Hello and welcome to the Employability Skills Programme. I'm Nick Fannin from Bright Red Triangle, which is the Enterprise Hub at Edinburgh Napier University. This session is Making Sense of Your Challenge Part 2. So here we are, halfway through the week, and hopefully you've been very busy working with your team doing research for your ESP Gender Equality Challenge. Do you think you and your team are where you need to be at this point? Some of you will be, some of you won't. I suspect many of you are just plain confused. Some of you will be starting to panic because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. How on earth do you solve gender equality? Well, this is always going to be a complex and challenging process, but it's important to deal with your concerns. Use your team to help you. If the team can't help you, or if they're the problem, then talk to your tutor. Part of this programme is about helping you develop the strategies and confidence to deal with uncertainty. So let's take a breath, don't panic, and let's remind ourselves of what we did at the beginning of the week. On Monday, we presented you with a vague idea of the challenge that we were asking you to take on, and we asked you to go off, do some research, and better understand the problem. Hopefully, you and your team are starting to get a handle on your challenge and that the various pieces of the jigsaw are starting to come together. But we recognise that it can be overwhelming. Sometimes the more information you gather, the more complex the problem appears. So here we are in the middle of the week and you might be feeling a bit lost. Remember to use the various resources on your Moodle page to help you make sense of the challenge and do further research. On Monday, you created your Stakeholder Map, and hopefully you've started to connect with relevant people and organisations in connection to your challenge in some way. We asked you to develop empathy for your stakeholders by observing and talking to them. We understand that with the current restrictions, it's difficult to get out and about to do this, but remember that gender equality is something that impacts everybody, and we all have some experiences to share. You can talk to your friends and family, as well as your fellow students, work colleagues, and other members of your existing networks. It's always good to take yourself out of your comfort zone and talk to somebody new. And also remember to read widely around your chosen subject. We also asked you to create stakeholder personas based on the insights you've gained from your research, so that you have someone in mind when you think about the challenges that your stakeholders face, and more specifically about what they want or need. All of this new information will give you insights. These insights will help you to make sense of your challenge and to come up with a clear, succinct problem statement. It is only once you've defined the specific problem that you're trying to solve that you can actually come up with ideas to make things better. By Friday, we expect you to have decided which specific problem you're trying to solve, and in the Friday session, you and your teammates will do some brainstorming. We will then ask you to pick your best idea and pitch it back to us. Remember that this is your best idea for now. You can repeat this exercise as many times as you like, and you will find that results improve the more you do it. Pitching is another part of the process through which you clarify your ideas and gather feedback. The more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more useful the feedback you get. You will do these exercises in the morning session, but you then have until 3 p.m. to submit a 2-minute video pitch on Teams for your tutor. Your tutor will provide feedback on your initial ideas. The idea of creating a video pitch might be daunting to some, but most of you will have the tools you need to do it on Microsoft Teams. And I'd be surprised if there wasn't somebody on your team who's made a video on their smartphone and uploaded it to a social media platform before. I bet you hadn't considered that making TikTok videos was a skill you could put on your CV. So let's just recap what you're doing this week. Use your stakeholder map to identify relevant people and organisations. Talk to those stakeholders and observe their behaviour. Use your stakeholder personas to tell stories of how your stakeholders might behave now and perhaps in the future. Use your desk research to identify the problems faced by your stakeholders. Remember to keep a record of your findings so that you can share those with your team. The deeper your research, the better your end solution is going to be. Let's now look ahead to what you'll be doing on Friday. In the morning session, you will brainstorm with your team. We want you then to pick your best idea and pitch the idea to your tutor. You will then have until 3 p.m. to submit a 2-minute video pitch on Teams. Remember, this is just your first idea. The next step will be to test it out with your stakeholders, and that is something we will continue to work on through trimester 2. But that's it for today. Get out there, solve gender inequality, and good luck.